Happy Hudson County Women's History Month. My name is Gina Hewlings, and I'm the Director for the Hudson County Office of Cultural and Heritage Affairs and Tourism Development. As you may know, Women's History Month is a celebration of women's contributions to history, culture, and society, and has been observed annually in the month of March in the United States since 1987. The National Women's History Alliance designates a yearly theme for Women's History Month. In 2021, theme is a continuation of the 2020s. The valiant women of the vote, refusing to be silenced. This theme recognizes the battle of women's suffrage, which was gained with the passage of the 19th Amendment in 1920. However, given the fact that we have run into this unprecedented pandemic and that has hit Hudson County so hard, we wanted to honor our Hudson County women who have been on the front lines fighting COVID-19 within our communities. I would like to thank our County Executive, Tom DeGise, and our Board of County Commissioners for holding this virtual event in honor and recognition of all the incredible women nominated for our Women's History Month. We are very proud to be part of a county and a community where we can celebrate and honor you. Congratulations to all of our 2021 Hudson County Women's History Month honorees.
Since the beginning of the pandemic, Weehawken's volunteers and employees have stepped up to provide medical assistance in addition to all the socioeconomic support that the township has provided to its residents. From testing and vaccinating to giving food or rental assistance, Weehawken has helped all in need. The following women have shown exemplary actions by supporting us through our efforts in our fight against COVID-19. Anna Twardowski, Weehawken District Webster School nurse since 2010, school nurse since 2012. Rita Fallon, Weehawken District Roosevelt School nurse since 1986, school nurse since 2007. Amanda Barkis, Weehawken District High School nurse since 2010, school nurse since 2019. Amy Gomez, EMT since 2016. Currently studying biology at Rutgers. Marilyn Moran, EMT since 2016, studying public administration at Rutgers. Victoria Gonzalez, EMT since 2019, studying biology at NJCU. Amanda Viant, medical screener, working with the township since 2021. Shari Popal, medical screener, working with the township since 2021. Appointment, coordination, and general resident assistance by Janine Brancaccio, administrative assistant, office manager, Township Manager's Office, Weehawken since March 2013. And Stephanie Totoli, Health Department, COVID-19 measures, testing and vaccinating, registered environmental health specialist, Township of Weehawken since 2019. Ann P. Logan is a passionate and committed leader with a proven record in operations and a change agent to promote cultural change, raising the bar for nursing clinical practice and hospital performance. Ann's clinical background is intensive care nursing. She joins CarePoint Health in 2013 as Chief Nursing Officer. Logan has served as Chief Hospital Executive of the Hoboken University Medical Center since 2017, and she is responsible for overall fiscal and operational oversight of a 333-bed hospital. During the darkest times of acuity, mortality, and loneliness for the COVID-infirmed, the smallest light of hope and love was shown within the hospital. Vaccination efforts are now underway with a partnership of City of Hoboken OEM and the Hoboken Department of Health. To date, they have vaccinated over 7,200 residents. Janet Castro is the licensed health officer for the Township of North Bergen. Through shared service agreements with neighboring municipalities, she also represents Union City, Gutenberg, Weehawken, Secaucus, and Harrison. She has been with the department for 17 years and was named health officer in 2014. Amelia Cruz is a longtime Bayonne resident who has been a registered nurse for more than 30 years. She is originally from the Philippines and has been at Bayonne Medical Center for over 20 years. She spent many years in the intensive care unit and currently serves as a recovery nurse. She has mentored many successful RNs throughout her career and always gives her support to her fellow nurses. When Bayonne opened its COVID-19 vaccination center, Amelia did not hesitate to call City Hall nurses to offer her assistance. She now volunteers most of her time off to give vaccines to Bayonne residents. Amelia is also a single mother of 3 children. Holly Hilton Capabianco, Director Volunteer of the Kearney Food Pantry Network, took leadership by consolidating 5 local food pantries in Kearney into a single food pantry network. She arranged for the central distribution on the grounds of First Presbyterian Church. Even on the coldest of winter days, Holly and her dedicated volunteers kept the weekly distribution operation going. This became a full-time volunteer job for Holly, who also works as a pharmaceutical scientist. The Kearney Food Pantry Network helps over 200 families in a typical week. In addition, Holly set up mini food pantries inside 2 Kearney senior residential facilities. Since its inception, the Kearney Food Pantry Network has handed out well over 300,000 food items. Kathleen M Gerbrazio is a nurse and Secaucus resident. From the first news of the COVID-19 pandemic, Kathy has selflessly devoted countless hours, days, and weeks to helping the Hudson County community deal with this health crisis. She has volunteered with Hudson Regional Commission as well as the Secaucus Board of Health to help test and vaccinate hundreds of our residents. Lynette Madeiros currently works for the City of Hoboken as the Chief Registered Environmental Health Specialist. Lynette organized the first working point of distribution site in Hudson County during the novel H1N1 pandemic in 2010. Taking that experience and lessons learned, she has played an integral role in the COVID-19 pandemic. Since the onset of COVID-19, Lynette has been spearheading case investigations, contact tracing efforts, and is serving as the vaccine coordinator for the City of Hoboken. She is also a member of the COVID-19 Task Force and the president of the New Jersey Environmental Health Association. During the pandemic, Lynette also passed her New Jersey State Health Officer examination. She has been working around the clock since the onset of the pandemic. Marillyn Benitez was born and raised in Guinas, La Habana, Cuba. She immigrated to the United States with her parents and grandmother in 1994, and her family made West New York, New Jersey their home away from home. Mari has worked as secretary for the West New York Department of Public Works for more than 10 years. She serves the West New York community with great dedication, especially the senior community. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Mari became a frontline essential worker. She works around the clock for her department and delivers food to homebound residents with love and dedication. The West New York Town Administration and community residents are very proud and truly appreciative of Marillyn's efforts to help the needy and less fortunate residents of her community. For her dedication to the West New York residents in this time of great need, Mari is being named Women of the Year 2021 in West New York, New Jersey. Rebecca Acosta. Since joining North Hudson Community Action Corporation in 2009, Rebecca has devoted herself to helping the community she serves. She's currently one of 8 directors, reporting to CEO Joan Quigley. At the beginning of the pandemic, Rebecca was asked by the NHCAC chairman, Joseph M. Muniz, to establish and manage a mega COVID testing center in Hudson County. This center services Gutenberg, North Bergen, West New York, Weehawken, and Union City. In 2020, the center tested more than 50,000 residents. When the COVID vaccinations became available in late December, Rebecca was recruited to start and manage the vaccination program for the NHCAC. Relying upon her strong organizational and management skills, more than 12,000 vaccines have been administered to date. Rebecca's efforts demonstrate the desire to eradicate the pandemic. Staci L. Flanagan is the director of the City of Jersey City's award-winning Department of Health and Human Services. Prior to joining the Fulop administration, Flanagan spent 20 years leading innovative programming for nonprofits like Big Brother Big Sisters, Share Our Strength, and Public Health Solutions. Flanagan has dedicated her life to serving others. She spent 3 years of service in the U.S. Peace Corps volunteer with the National Development Corporation of Costa Rica to provide training and technical assistance to local municipalities, develop small enterprise businesses with women, and plan programs supporting alternative education to adults. Flanagan graduated Michigan State University with a BA in Political Science and an MS in Nonprofit Management from Milano, the New School for Urban Policy and Management. Yolanda Torres is a longtime East Newark Borough resident and an ER trauma technician for University Hospital in Newark. While raising 3 sons, she worked full-time and always found a way to stay involved in her community. She began working at University Hospital 20 years ago when she decided to become a healthcare worker. She saw trauma every day, and when COVID-19 hit, she bravely worked on the front line. She made it her duty to provide comfort to patients who could not see loved ones while they were sick. She held their hands in their final moments when family members could not.